My name is Shaun Theiber. And I'm the guidance officer here out in the Central West. Today I'm going to be talking to you about accepting change. With that in mind, I'd like to start off with a quote from the late great Viktor Frankl. Everything can be taken away from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. I think this really relates to us now globally as humanity, based on the COVID-19 pandemic we're currently all facing. So with that in mind, I wanted to start off with, it's okay to feel. We all have a story, and the COVID-19 pandemic has changed all of our lives. At this point in time, it's changing from moment to moment, day to day. Health systems have changed, the way we produce and the way we deliver education is changing, the economy is changing. There is so much change going on. I want everyone here to understand that it's important for us to be able to feel. We need to learn to understand the feelings that are going on within ourselves. And we also need to learn to understand the feelings that are going on in others. Everyone has a story, and this pandemic is affecting people in ways we may not even be aware of. There are people who have lost their jobs. Economically, this has impacted a number of different people. So it's really to take that understanding into this present moment, because it is really in uncertain times facing us today and moving into the future. I want to look at the concept of growth and magic, or magic and growth. So when we look at life, you could argue that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. All right, we all know what we can do, but we are all beings of unlimited potential. Your journey here at school is to realise that potential. And how do you do that? Okay, so you learn in your lessons, you look at what you do, how you do, but it's really important for you to continue to step outside those comfort zones. Where we are today, we've gone from learning on site to external learning, online learning. And for some of you, that may be really challenging. But I want you to understand that by stepping outside of your comfort zone, you are now starting to expand your strengths. You are starting to step out. You're starting to make the unknown known. Okay? So as you move outside of your comfort zone, what once was unknown becomes the new normal. Okay? So you start to look at stretching those goals. And it's not about failure, it's about having the courage to step out of your comfort zone and really allowing that growth to happen. I once heard a quote, "Don't be in the know, be in the mystery." And it really hits home for me, because everything is constantly changing. But you have a choice, you have a chance here to really move away from trying to understand this with your head and start to live this with your heart. I don't know if I'll ever know what love is, for example. I could write down what I think what love is, and I could ask another person to write down what love is. And we'd probably come down to two different definitions. But I know I can feel it, I can express it, I can live it, I can give it. I think right now it's really important that we look to continue to step outside our comfort zones. We embrace the change that external living, external learning has brought upon us. You know, for a lot of us, we have been sitting inside, not being able to connect with our friends, not being able to connect with our family for the last 3 to 4 weeks. And it's been hard. We've had to learn to connect in other ways, using different forms of communication. Really important that we start to master these skills, because we're stepping in now into a new age. So my challenge to you is, don't be in the know, be in the mystery. Have the courage to step into areas that you aren't comfortable with and make that unknown known, because you will turn that uncertainty or a weakness into a potential strength. Now, Sonia Livermorski wrote the book, The How of Happiness, and do the research yourself. This information here is based on research. It's evidence-based research. And studies have found that 50% of happiness is determined by your genes. 40% of your happiness is determined by your actions, your attitude, your optimism, and the way you handle situations. And 10% of happiness is determined by your circumstances in which you face in life. Now let's put that in perspective for a second. 40% of your happiness is dependent on your actions, and 10% is dependent on the circumstances you find yourself in. How often do we spend time focusing on the circumstance rather than the action that we choose in that moment? The science shows us that more of our potential growth is going to be found in the actions that we make rather than the circumstances that we find. Now, there has been research that has really come and, how would you say, question the accuracy of the 50, 40, 10%, and I acknowledge that research, and I think they're probably right. It's not going to be very, very accurate, but it serves as a really, really good guide for us to understand that our actions far outweigh the circumstances that we face in life. So the challenge, the fruit of everything in life begins with a challenge. I put up there, you were born. At some point, you don't remember it, I don't remember it, but I was born. I was in my mum's tummy and I decided it's time now to come out. That was a challenge. One day I said, you know what? I'm going to decide to walk. That was a challenge. I started to teeth. That was a challenge. Yeah? These things, these challenges that we meet, bear fruits because we learn lessons. I'm glad I decided to learn to walk. I'm glad I fell down 1,000 times because I'm here today. I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet today. I'm glad I decided to exit the womb because I exist today. I'm glad I decided, well, I probably didn't decide, but I teed because I can chew and enjoy food today. I'm glad I decided to love. I'm glad that my heart was broken as I was growing up as a teenager because I've learned to love today. Most people get what they want in life and they're still not fulfilled. And it's really, really important to understand that getting what you want and getting what you need are two totally different things. You don't want to die as the richest person in the graveyard. So understand, what is it that you need at this point in time? And have the courage to go out there and get it. I believe our life is controlled by our decisions. The decisions we make control us more than the conditions we meet. Let me say that again. The decisions we make control us more than the conditions we meet. It is not the conditions, it is the decisions that matter the most. Like I said, coming back to that happiness formula, 40% determined on your actions, your optimism, your ability to act, not react. 10% determined on situations. Learn to change your state, and I say this, learn to change your state. Let's cut the crap. Let's cut the crap. You could be pissed off. You could be angry. That's okay. I ask you, how are you going today? Yeah, I'm good. But really, you're pissed off. Let's be rid of all the crap. Let's be honest. Let's have the courage to be authentic. If you're not good, that's okay. If you're pissed off, that's okay. If you're worried about how external learning is going to look and how it's going to be, that's okay. If you're angry that the OneNote has crashed again, that's okay. But how do you go from being angry to being centered? Now, for some of you, it might be, I'm pissed off, I'm going to go skate for an hour. Great. For some of you, it's like, I'm pissed off, I'm going to go and ride my horse for an hour. That's okay. So for some of you, I might be angry. I'm going to give my best mate a call. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have a conversation with them. That's okay. Have the courage. Learn how to change your state. Rather than saying one thing and feeling the other, learn how to go from here, I'm angry, I'm pissed off, to here, I'm centered and in control. Decide. I want to come back to this slide here again because there's a really, really important point I want to touch on here. And that comes to the picture. I don't know if you can see the picture, but I'll read it out to you. Don't wait for things to get easier, simpler, better. Life will always be complicated. Learn to be happy right now. Otherwise, you will run out of time. Okay? Is life unfair? Yes, it is. Will life go to plan? No, it won't. If not now, when? I think it's really, really important, that last sentence. Otherwise, you will run out of time. It brings me here. Decide to master time. It is the one resource you can never get back. I hear so many people saying, I can't wait for this 5 weeks to be over so we can get back to normal schooling. I can't wait for the next potentially term to be finished so we can get back to schooling. I can't wait for the year to be over so the COVID-19 crisis will be over. I can't wait for the next 5 years to be over so the economic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic will be over. Well, guess what? Next week is going to come. 5 weeks is going to come. A term's going to come. 5 years is going to come. And that's time we can never get back. If you haven't realised this yet, let me make it very clear to you. We all have a shelf life. Time is the one resource you will never get back. Money comes and goes. Clothes comes and goes. You know, you can get a house, it burns down, build another one. You get your paycheck, you spend your money, you'll get more money. You cannot get time back. So learn to master time. How are you using this time? You have the capacity to meaningfully impact on human beings' lives right now. So I challenge you to go out there and do that. Your brain isn't designed to make you happy. It's predated. It's designed to keep you, it's designed to make you survive. Back in the day, when we were nomads, we were running away from lions or tigers or whatever it was to keep us alive, fight or flight. Now, we're not running away from lions. We're trying to get money, we're trying to save, we're trying to do this, we're trying to do that. We're in this rat race. We're still in this flight or fight mode. Our mind, our brain is designed to keep you alive rather than keep you happy. So trading your expectations for appreciations. Stop right now and think about what you have in your life. It could be people in your life. It could be the fact that you have access to clean water. More children die every day of diarrhea than any other disease. COVID, AIDS, drugs, add it all together. More children die every day of diarrhea than they do of any other disease. Be appreciative that we live in a country where we can go and turn on a tap and get a cold glass of water. So trading your expectations for appreciation, stop and be here now. You have a choice now. You choose the experience, not the circumstance. Choose your experience. And the question I've asked many students over the years is, what type of experience do you want to have? The ball is in your court. There are two things in this life you can control, and that's it. You can control your thoughts, and you control your actions. You've got control over nothing else. We can't control the COVID-19 pandemic. We can't control how quickly the sun rotates around the earth. God, we can't even control it raining in Longreach. You can control your thoughts and your actions. So the question I ask is, what type of experience do you want to have? I'm going to get the year level coordinators now to play a YouTube clip. And you're going to break off into your collaborate session groups and go from there. Thank you.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I worked my ass off to get it. Nobody handed me nothing. Wake your ass up. Awaken the beast inside. It's game on. It's go season. It's It's time for you to take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life, you got a problem with your environment, do something about it. If you want it, go get it.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up, they're fabricated, they're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Everything is uphill that's worthwhile. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's not going to be something that, oh my God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
If you want it, you gotta go get it.
This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your opportunity.
This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. It's your dream. If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind.
You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season, homie.